save money. Thanks to the Home Renovation Incentive Scheme, you can get generous tax relief and save money on your heating bills by replacing your glass windows and doors. Order 5 or more windows and we'll give you 50% off a new back door. Order 10 or more and get the door absolutely free. Talk to your local dealer today on 1850 774455 or visit senatorwindows.ie.
Senator Windows, we protect your home.
Excuse me, what's so special about this Toyota Yaris?
That's the Yaris Sol, with an eye-catching new design and beautifully restyled interior. With climate control, Bluetooth, a rear-view camera.
Right, but apart from the new design, climate control, Bluetooth, rear-view camera...
Did I mention it has the best resale value in its class?
Oh, that is a bit special.
On the Toyota Yaris from only €147 per month, and for just €25 more, upgrade to the very special Yaris Sol. Toyota, the best built cars in the world.
Source Cartel 2014. Lending criteria, terms and conditions apply. Deposit required. This is a hire purchase agreement provided by Bank of Ireland Finance, a registered trading name of Bank of Ireland.
Here's an unpleasant fact. 85% of burglaries happen during the day, when you're not there. But here's a more pleasant thought. When we install your phone watch monitored alarm system, you also get 287 dedicated professionals who are passionate about your safety, 24 hours a day, every day of the year. So even while you're out, we're always at home, looking after things. Find us online today at phonewatch.ie or call us on 1850 500 900. There's €100 off if you buy before Friday the 27th of February. Phone Watch, protection powered by people.
A parcel of deer, a huddle of penguins, a gulp of swallows. At 123.ie, we want to find a name for our customers because we have 350,000 of you, and that's quite a lot. We were thinking a reliance of 123.ie customers. Why? Because it's good to be part of something big. 123.ie, insurance you can count on. 123 Money Limited, trading as 123.ie, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland. Correct as of the 11th of the 12th, 2014.
The Last Word, sponsored by 3 Business. In business, communication matters. Pick the right partner. 3. We speak business.
Now, a number of things to talk to Charlie Weston, personal finance editor of the Irish Independent, about. Good evening to you, Charlie.
Good evening, Matt.
First of all, the ESRI has done a major new report on negative equity. How many people does it estimate now are still enduring or suffering this condition?
Indeed, suffering is a good way of putting it, Matt. Yeah, they reckon about 214,000 Irish homes are in negative equity. In other words, people borrowed a certain amount of money, and those houses are now worth less than they borrowed. That happens anyway when you buy a house initially, but, often the price rises. So these people are suffering under negative equity. They owe more than if they sold the house in the morning. They wouldn't get back what they borrowed. They reckon they've looked just at 2005 to 2012, the boom years, I suppose, when house prices went crazy. And they reckon...
Geez, I think by the end of 2012, anyone who bought in 2011, 2012 is hardly in negative equity, are they?
There shouldn't be. No, there shouldn't be. But the problem was, Matt, house prices didn't start turning up until very recently. The house price growth has been...
No, but if anyone bought a house in 2011, 2012, they should have been at a price that it's even, if they were 90% mortgage, it should be worth more than the loan they took out.
The 90% is the key thing there. Depends on the size of your deposit, I suppose. But they looked at that period anyway, 2005 to 2012, and they reckon 64% of those mortgages, 2/3 of them, are in negative equity.
Yeah, because what they looked at, there's 214,000 mortgages were drawn down between 2005 and 2012. They're looking at the number of mortgages, and 64% of those owner-occupiers. I'm not talking about
investor mortgages ones at all.
64% of that in negative equity.
And it's essentially, you're talking here, Matt, about your people essentially in their 30s, early 30s, particularly bad, being for people aged between 30 34. They're the bulk of the people who make up the negative equity generation, if you like, and so that's a real problem. And they're saying, look, it'll take a while for this to work its way out, even though...
Does that effectively all this been offered to them, just sit it out?
It seems to be. They put a figure on what they reckon the destruction of wealth is, and it's a horrendously high figure. I know it's impossible to get your head around this one, but it's 43 billion euros worth of what they call Irish household wealth.
Yeah, that depends on how real the wealth was in the first place. Just, wealth is a valuation you ascribe to something. It may not necessarily be a realistic valuation.
No, but they do a lot of... There is now a lot more study being done on this now. The CSO and the Central Bank together, as well as the ESRI, are all looking looking at what they call household wealth now. All of a sudden, it's only recently they started looking at that.
Yeah, but you know, there's an interesting thing. A lot of people in their 30s can't afford to wait around and just hope that the market recovers over the years and that they'll get out from under the burden of these debts, because an awful lot of them are starting to have children.
Exactly.
And if they're in a situation, the house or apartment is too small, that they might have bought an awful lot of these as so-called starter units, and they hoped actually that they would be able to sell in time to use as a deposit against moving up to a larger piece of accommodation.
They're prisoners of a boom bust in the housing cycle, and yeah, you're right, man, that's a real problem. Now, banks do offer what they call negative equity mortgages.